Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be analyzing the comeback gymnastics of 2020 Olympic gold medalist Jade Carey. I'll be doing some split-screen comparisons of her past gymnastics to her current gymnastics. Toward the end of this video, I'll do a much more detailed analysis of her floor tumbling. Now, when making these comparisons, it's important to remember that just because she's not doing her hardest skills doesn't mean she can't do them. She's been competing college rules for a while, and the rules are much less demanding in college, so wisely, I think she's progressing back to her Olympic level and Olympic quality. I did a video on Suni Lee, who is also making a comeback, and I'll leave that link in the description for Suni's video. Suni's a bit more complicated due to a kidney issue, but it's very much the same in the sense that she has to adjust from competing under the easier college rules to the more demanding rules of international competition. When athletes take time and try to come back, I think they rely on their experience and wisdom to work smarter and not necessarily harder. Wisdom, in my view, and in the case of gymnastics, is the higher awareness of your own limits and potential of your body, mind, and environment. This creates a much more specific and efficient path to your goal. Their experience and approach is the best tool to compensate for any youthful energy or physical resilience that may get lost with the passing of time. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about comebacks, but when you think about it, they're already ahead of the game with the skill set they developed, and if they still have passion, why not? Either way, no matter what happens, when they look back at their efforts, they will have the priceless answer to the pounding question, what if I would have tried? I think for an athlete, not to know what could have been for the lack of effort can be very difficult to come to terms with. Some of her past vaults include the Chen, or round off half twist on the vault, and Rudy off the vault, which is a 1.5 twisting layout front. She has also competed the Aminar or Yurchenko 2.5 twist. This double twisting Yurchenko is from 2024. Really clean and well done. And here's a side-by-side of her 2.5 twisting Yurchenko back then and her double twisting Yurchenko more recently. They both look very clean and solid with good lift off the vault. I believe she could comfortably do a 2.5 twisting Yurchenko at this time. It'll be interesting what she chooses to compete with. Now an overview of bars. She does a toe-on pike reverse hecht or Tkachev right into a ginger or flyaway backflip with a half-turn re-catch. Let's do a contrast of Kalia Namor and Jade as their techniques are drastically different. I understand Kalia does an inward stalter where Jade does a toe-on, but still, look at the difference in throw and release point. This explains the lack of counter rotation for Jade compared to Kalia. To me, it's really impressive that Jade gets enough counter rotation to do a ginger out of her Tkachev. Here's some more noteworthy skills. This is an Ashuva, or a front with a half from the high bar down to the low bar. Her then and now comparison look remarkably similar and appear very clean and comfortable. Here's her layout full from the high bar to the low bar, or the bardwa. Here's her toe-on reverse hecht with a half-turn catch high bar, or kamova. Her half in, half out looks easy for her. She has a lot of skills to choose from. Every competition I've watched, I can see an evolution towards a higher level of difficulty for the international field. She has nice flexibility back then and now. We can see it here. There's a big difference in her difficulty and risk between her gainer full off the side of the beam and her two back handsprings to a double pike dismount. I imagine her routine she'd do at the Olympics would include much more difficult skills, and I imagine she's working on incorporating those skills right now. Let's do a closer analysis of her tumbling. She is the 2020 Olympic champion on this event. It's very difficult to compare her floor work from the past to her current floor work as she's constantly progressing her difficulty towards the Olympics. I believe Jade will focus more on her stronger events, so I'm not sure what skills she may add into her bar routine. When we take a closer look at her double layout full out and compare it to then and now, there really isn't that much difference. I believe it's her endurance and strength that will help her add more difficulty. She already knows and understands these skills, and they're part of her repertoire. She just needs to be stronger to add them in. Jade is uniquely fast off the ground and very strong in the air, and I think that's what allows her to do the more difficult skills compared to the other tumblers. This is a side-by-side comparison to Kenzo, who does one of the best triple doubles in the world. This is a double layout flip with 3 twists. One of the most difficult tumbling passes being done today. Jade gets back into her flip rotation very fast, where Kenzo does the same, except his trajectory is more upwards. Jade flips very fast, but loses a bit of height because of this. They both get their legs crossed up a bit here, but they're in similar positions to look for the landing. A very difficult skill made to look fairly comfortable. Here's a side-by-side comparison to Simone Biles' tucked triple double. Again, Jade gets back into her flip rotation very fast, where Simone launches much more vertically. Simone is tucking, so she doesn't need to focus on her flip rotation as much as her tucked body is smaller. When we twist, the body wants to open, so Simone does an incredible job at staying tucked throughout this entire skill. Jade's incredible speed off the floor takes her laid out body around pretty comfortably. That's just fun to watch. Here's her powerful set and initiation of her flip and twist. She also keeps her head in and neutral, which helps her keep her flip rotation fast. She completes this double-double layout very easily. Also, her legs are glued together with fantastic form throughout. Here's a side-by-side of Kaylee and Jade. I really like the way they do their front flip layout with their hands by their side. Jade does a tuck double-double out of this, and that shows how strong she is to generate even more power after the layout front step out. She actually does this seemingly comfortable. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my perspectives. Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel to see your favorite gymnasts under the microscope, and leave any thoughts you might have in the comments. Until next time, rock on!